Welcome. Thank you for lending an ear to the Voice of the Times for Friday, July 30, 2021. For today's editorial, Mental Health and the Quest for Sports Glory. For decades, doping has been the scourge of world sports. Hundreds of high-profile athletes have been found to have taken performance-enhancing drugs to boost their chances of winning. Doping scandals have plagued practically every sport that puts a premium on strength and endurance, notably swimming, cycling, sprinting, and weightlifting. In recent years, however, elite sport is being confronted by another problem that involves an athlete's mental well-being. Only a few in the world that worship sports heroes look at mental health as a serious issue. Fans glorify their idols' physical prowess, glossing over the fact that they are also vulnerable to psychological and emotional stresses. Michael Phelps was one of the first athletes to shatter the myth of invincibility. The U.S. swimmer is the most successful Olympian ever, garnering a total of 28 medals, 23 of them gold. Phelps basked in his fame until his career slumped in 2014. He began to struggle with depression, substance abuse, and even contemplated suicide. In a TV documentary, Phelps made this revelation. "Yeah, I won a censored word, ton of medals. I had a great career. So what? I thought of myself as just a swimmer, not a human being." At the peak of her career, legendary skier Lindsey Vonn also struggled with depression. In 2002, her parents broke up and that took a heavy toll on Vonn. Skiing injuries deepened the emotional stress, forcing her to retire. There's definitely an expectation on athletes in many different ways to perform under pressure, be resilient, and be the superhero in all ways, and we're definitely not that. The Olympic and the world skiing champion said in an interview following her retirement. "There's so much more to deal with that's difficult to deal with, that people don't quite understand." The narrative of mental health carries over to present-day sport phenoms like Naomi Osaka and Simone Biles. Osaka became the new poster girl for women's tennis after winning 4 Grand Slam championships. She was only 20 when she defeated Serena Williams for the US Open title in 2018. It looked as if everything was coming up roses for the young Japanese. But last May, she withdrew from the French Open after being fined for skipping the post-game press conference. Osaka complained that some of the questions from the press were demeaning and affected her mental health. "I do hope that people can relate and understand it's okay not to be okay, and it's okay to talk about it," she later wrote in a magazine article. She took a break from playing tournaments, returning to the court during the Tokyo Olympics, where she lost in the second round. Biles, who has 4 Olympic golds coming into the Tokyo Games, stunned everyone when she announced she was dropping from the team final competition. The U.S. gymnastics queen said she was not mentally prepared to stand up to the pressure of competing, and doing so will only jeopardize the team's medal chances. "We also have to focus on ourselves because at the end of the day, we're human too," Biles said. "We have to protect our mind and our body rather than just go out there and do what the world wants us to do." Our very own Olympic gold medalist Heidelin Diaz herself confessed that at one point she felt so dejected because funding for her training was running out. Allegations of her involvement in a farcical coup plot further deflated her spirit that she contemplated giving up her golden quest. The International Olympic Council has begun to recognize the magnitude of mental health problems bedeviling the world's best athletes. A consensus paper it recently published referred to studies indicating that mental health disorders occur in 5% to 35% of elite athletes. That is a troubling statistic. The paper concluded that mental health is an integral dimension of elite athlete well-being and performance and cannot be separated from physical health. Phelps, Vonn, Osaka, and Biles all want the same thing: to be treated as human beings, not as super athletes. We believe that's not too much to ask. And that's the editorial for July 30, 2021. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print. Subscribe to its digital edition or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. And listen to the Voice of the Times.